that I will raise this procedural matter after the justification has been done. And allow me, Right Honorable Speaker, to inform you that I've read Rule 81, upon which you based to allow the presentation of this motion. And Right Honorable Speaker, it talks about issues that are in doubt, that whenever there is a matter and the Parliament finds itself in doubt and that matter is not provided for by the rules, that Mr. Speaker, you become the rule and you guide the House. But I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that our rules of procedure.
Restate your statement.
Rule. I was summarizing the provisions of Rule 81.
Everybody here has a rule, your side, and we have the patience to read it together with you. Don't summarize.
Rule 81 provides that in case of any doubt and for any question of procedure not provided in these rules, the Speaker shall decide, having regard to the practices of the House, the constitutional provisions, and the practices of other commonwealth parliaments, insofar as the practice may be applicable to the Parliament of Uganda. But I want to tell you, Mr. Speaker, that this particular matter is provided for under our Rule 159. So, Mr. Speaker, with your guidance, is it proper for a matter that is provided for in our rules of procedure to be handled under Rule 81? More so, Right Honorable Speaker, when the matter we are handling.
Did you say Rule 159?
162, Right Honorable Speaker. If you allow me to read also. Rule 162.
Actually, if you read 162, you would not raise the procedural matter. But you go ahead and read, please.
I'm reading it.
Yes, yeah.
Rule 162, Right Honorable Speaker. Rule 160, I beg to. It talks about it is 162. The Speaker shall commit the proposal to loans or guarantee request to the Committee of National Economy and to the relevant sectoral committee under which the subject matter of request follows. That is Rule 162.2, and all the other rules that follow there under Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the issue we are handling touches Article 159 of the Constitution, powers of government to borrow or lend. And, Mr. Speaker, if we are to go without a committee, or we are to disregard some of the provisions, are we also suspending the provisions of the Constitution as provided for under Article 159? Right Honorable Speaker, I beg that you guide me, not that I don't support the loan, but because this loan is so important to us, I would like to have it processed under our rules of procedure and under the Constitution of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg for your guidance.
Thank you very much, and let me do this again. Please sit down. I did this at the beginning. I'm very much alive to 162. And when you read 162, it talks about it's mandatory. And 162.1 says the minister responsible for finance. You can refer to that. And then 2 mandates me that I would directly refer the matter to the National Committee of National Economy. Is it there? So, since it's not there, I went to Rule 8. The framers of these rules never envisaged the situation. Please, don't intimidate me by standing. Never envisaged the situation that at the beginning of the parliament, before all the committees are constituted, that we shall have a very urgent, relevant, important motion, request for loan, like this one. That's why I said we go for Rule 8. And this should be able to guide us. I love to play by the rules. And here I'm playing by the rules. There is no single provision of the rules, either of the Constitution, that has been breached. So the guidance is, we are doing this way. Please, you know the rules. You don't argue with the speaker.
Yes. We are going for debate.
The honorable members, I want to comfort you all when I got this request. The request is time barred, that we can't even push it by one day. And the committee, now I'm the one telling, we cannot form the committee tomorrow. We have the budget. The time barred, further guidance, former Attorney General, now Minister of Defense.
Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, as we clamor to follow the rules, let us follow them to the letter. Rule 8.2 says the Speaker's ruling under Rule 1 shall become part of the rules of procedure until such a time when the substantive amendment of these rules is made in respect to the ruling. You cannot deal with it. He's finished. The Speaker has given a ruling. Even if he's wrong, it is part of the rules.
And for order, and for your information, in this case, the Speaker is right. In this case, the Speaker is right. I want the lawyers on this side. Honorable Paul Mwiru, you are beginning to debate.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to make a contribution to the motion. But before I do that, I want to state from the onset that actually the facts of the loan as packaged, the loan has no problem. We have a problem with the Parliament being stampeded. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to draw your attention to Rule 182. 182, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, this rule constitutes the business committee of this House, where I am a member, where you are a member, the Deputy Speaker, the leader of government business, the leader of opposition, and 2 independent members. The import and the chairpersons of committees, yes. Right Honorable Speaker, the import of that rule is that whereas you are the Speaker, and that one, there's no doubt about that, that there is a business committee of this House, that when business comes from wherever it comes from, it must go to the business committee. And the composition of the business committee is by law.
It is not complete.
This provision, the rule, sets up the business committee. Right Honorable Speaker, the manner in which we are proceeding, first, there is an Auditor General's report, which questions the first loan, and it raises a number of issues, and because the movers of this motion know that if we were to go through the normal scrutiny of processing a loan, our committee would question that loan. Because when you look at Article 90, it establishes the committees of Parliament, and the rationale is for efficient running of Parliament. So the question now is, I didn't want to look like I'm questioning where the Speaker got this business, without calling us as a business committee, so that we deal with this business and then have a discussion and guide, because like they're setting up, you ask the members of business committee.
Can I help? You want to know where the business came from? The motion is raised by Minister of Finance. That's where the business came from. You know, the roles of the business committee, where I was a member for several years, is very clear, and you know it. It's not on a day-to-day, and how many times that the business committee, I know you are a new government opposition whip, you are real dying out to have that first meeting. Very soon, when the whole committees are... Please.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
You are dying out to be in the first meeting. We are going to have that meeting when the House is fully constituted with the committee chairpersons.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, on the close reading of Article 159(2), it vests the powers to borrow in government with approval of Parliament. So we can't do it casually, because people are running away from our Committee of Parliament, questioning this loan. I will implore you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I started by saying that the loan has no problem. But there are things which the movers of the motion of the loan are running away from. With me, I have Auditor General's report. Right Honorable Speaker, it raises, Honorable Speaker.
Order. Well, so I didn't want us. Well, this is, we are taking over. We are taking off. Taking off with the big plane, there is need for tax. This, you allow this, so that's why I was not entertaining orders.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Yeah.
Right Honourable Speaker.
Yeah.
Right Honourable Speaker, the point of order I'm raising to my senior brother and around the council. He mentioned here that you are sitting here casually. It's on record. It is on record. The clerk can play. Right Honourable Speaker, is the Honourable Mwiru in order to say that this Parliament is sitting here casually when we have the Vice President, we have the Speaker, and all members, and even the leader of opposition? Is he in order to say that we are just sitting here casually?
Honourable Paul Mwiru, this is not a leisure park. This is Parliament of Uganda. Nobody is here at this time casually. So I think you need to withdraw that matter for...
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I withdraw the statement in the context of my brother, the way I understood it. Right Honourable Speaker, I wanted to summarize by saying that Dr. General's report of 2025, I have a copy here with me. It states that out of the 1,009 sites handed over by government to the contractor, 162, which is 16%, were marked as failed feasibility study stage, at the feasibility study stage. That's one. Two, that similarly, 58 schemes, which is 21 irrigation and 37 water supplies, failed at design phase, resulting into financial loss of 208,530 euros. That's Dr. General's report.
And when was it tabled here and adopted?
Right, this is a report of 2025. Dr. General presented the report to Parliament, and it was supposed to be dealt with by the committee, the relevant committee, adopted by the House, and then the Minister of Finance would issue a Treasury memoranda to show action taken on these issues raised.
So this report has not been adopted by the House?
Honourable Speaker,
Auditor General's report, you have it in the committee, yes. Accountability Committee, or it was brought here?
Right Honourable Speaker, as I took oath to defend the Constitution...
Can you establish when it was adopted here?
Right Honourable Speaker, Dr. General's report is a public document. It is raising a red flag. Honourable Speaker, you need to get me right. I said I have no problem. Personally, I'm a farmer, and I want to take benefit of this loan. But what the movers, the technical people are doing, it is to stampede the parliament, so that there's no scrutiny over the loan. I would implore you, Honorable Speaker, finally, that I know, you are my chairperson in Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, a very careful person. And I think they're just stampeding you, making us to give us more of the same. So I call upon you to really reconsider, and we follow the law. Thank you.
Thank you for the debate, and I believe government side you are listening to the issues being raised. That is a healthy debate. Please continue to raise such issues. It will help us. Honorable Chirumira.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, given our budget constraints as a country, we have to borrow. But we have to borrow right and smart. Right Honorable Speaker, this particular loan is completely unconcessional, contrary to the laws of the land. Right Honorable Speaker, the public investment financing strategy, financing options. On page 32, it is very categorical on programs we must borrow and the source of funding. This particular project, Right Honorable Speaker, under environment, climate change, land and water management, it states that we must borrow concessionally from grants, concessional loans and government revenue. This particular loan, Right Honorable Speaker, from UGX and city banks are commercial loans, very expensive loans. If you look at the terms and the conditions of these loans, Right Honorable Speaker, they are equal to those of money lenders. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, this project we are borrowing for is one of the worst performing projects. In phase 1 of its implementation, many projects were incomplete, and as we speak now, it is redundant. There is no productivity from those projects. Right Honorable Speaker, this particular project made so many of our honorable colleagues not to come back to Parliament because they marketed it amongst their voters. The voters were up for it, only to be disappointed at the implementation stage. And when it came to voting time, they paid back the members of Parliament. So, honorable colleagues, this loan is a bad loan for our country. And as we speak, so many of our colleagues are sitting down at their homes. They are not here because of this very project. They marketed it. Now, supporting it here, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, implies that the voters are going to be disappointed with us, and therefore we have to reject it, and reject it in the highest way possible. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Sabina Javira. Honorable Masaba, if you are ready.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And I do want to refer you back to Rule 162, Part 5, Right Honorable Speaker. With exception of loans raised through issuance of securities, any loan requests submitted before Parliament for approval shall be accompanied by the following documents. And the Honorable Minister laid some documents. I was taking one by one, but there are those that have not been laid. For example, the list of financing options considered when identifying the creditor. Because one of the things I've noticed that the interest rate is quite high. It's not concessional, as Honorable Chirumira stated. Actually, I can confirm that I have a loan at a lower interest rate than this. So government, I've got a loan from one of the banks or facilities at a lower rate than 7.5, which is stated here. So this is, yes.
As in your personal loan or loan offers?
What I'm stating is government is going out to money lenders and banks, private banks, Citibank is a bank that can issue me a loan, that can issue Right Honorable Speaker a loan, and can issue the Honorable Minister. So government going out there borrowing and committing generations of our people at this interest rate, it's quite huge. Right Honorable Speaker, when you look at the documents, not all of them have been listed because we needed to know what options did we have, how many people did government look at, and what were their interest rates and terms and conditions before getting this loan. So I believe, in my view, this loan is not good for our country. There are documents that are missing that the minister should have brought.
Finally, highlight them so that the minister responds. Why has he not complied?
He has presented the financing agreement. There is the list of financing options considered when identifying the creditor, loan disbursement and repayment schedules, a letter from the NPA clearing the project, evidence of consistency with the National Development Plan and Strategy. So all of these have not been laid. Right Honorable Speaker, lastly, when you look at, I've seen the document he has laid, the agreement alone is maybe 400 or 500 pages. I was privy to be part of the committee that investigated a loan to Bujagali Energy Limited. And the Attorney General, the former Attorney General, can confirm. We had interactions and the matter even reached the President. And one of the things that came up, everyone agreed that it was a bad loan. The terms were not favorable to the country. The interest rates were high. But the President said we were in a crisis because we needed electricity at the moment. So those who signed the agreement committed the country to very poor loans, but we're having a financial crisis in the country, and did agree with our ad hoc committee report, and the Attorney General can confirm to that. Right Honorable Speaker, we've been accused in the 11th Parliament of passing loans without reading the documents, without understanding the terms and conditions that are in these agreements. I'm certain we are passing this loan as Parliament without looking at this agreement. The agreement has been laid now by the Minister of Finance. No one here. And Right Honorable
that most of this is, I am quite patient, but patient enough to follow a debate, and a good debate. Honorable Masaba, now what can we have, let him conclude his statement. He was raising something very pertinent to the effect that there are some documents which are not listed.
Yes,
not
Right
submitted.
Honorable, I've stated the documents, and the documents that have been laid. I have an iPad. I've been looking at the iPad. The agreement is not there. Let the clerk show us, or let the clerk give you, and you show me on the iPad where this agreement is. It's nowhere to be seen. So let us agree that as a 12th Parliament we are passing this, because you've said you cannot even push it for a day. Let's agree that we are passing this, and we are confirming to the public that as Parliament we pass loans without understanding them, without looking at the terms and conditions that are in the, because the minister's justification, this is not a contract.
Honorable Masaba, I don't want to interrupt you.
Yes.
But when you say what is in the agreement was reproduced in the statement of the minister, what makes an agreement are terms and conditions. You've not looked at the terms and conditions of this law?
That is why I've stated documents like the laundering.
Yes.
There are things that are, that is why I'm stating that.
You've not seen?
The minister's submission is 17 pages. The agreement alone could be about 300 pages. I've seen a big document like this. So some of us are interested in reading the details. They said the devil is in the details.
Okay.
So as passing a loan by minister's justification, Right Honorable Speaker, I believe it's not right. And as Parliament, my humble request, if permitted, I move a motion under Rule 61 that you give us time, you suspend House or adjourn House, and give us some time. We could come back at 2 after looking at some of those documents. No, I'm moving a motion without notice. A motion without notice under Rule 61.
First, can revise on that one. Can we have Honorable Sinas?
Right Honorable, I've moved a motion which I think you need to put up for question, because we need to see who will vote to pass a loan without agreeing, without reading the agreement, and we do not just need to pass these loans the way they are. We want to understand them.
The motion is seconded? Yes. Do you want me to put a question? Yes.
Right Honorable, you put a question and we vote on it and see who will support to pass a loan without reading the agreement. Who just wants to pass money? Like,
I don't think that the way you were saying, you're blackmailing. Hello, can we get members sit down?
Right Honorable, I'm stating facts, I'm not black.
Can you sit down? Most of us have been a member here, and I thought I was a good member. I agree with you, Honorable Masaba, as far as you can say that you've not read all the details. And even if some of you are given 10 hours, still the details. What I need to appeal to you is that the details of the loan, the silent details of the loan, are captured in the motion. You cannot read the whole document and ignore the terms and conditions of the loan. This House would be at a loss if we approved the loan without knowing what are the terms and conditions. That is the preoccupation of this House. So for you to say, I want to put a motion that those who will pass the loan without reading, is like, yeah. Honorable Sinas?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I stand here to oppose the motion which the mover made, the Minister of Finance, under Rule 67.
You have 2 minutes.
Right Honorable Speaker, under Rule 67,
yeah.
I stand to support second Honorable Karimu's motion, which says that under Rule 67.
Honorable member, there is no motion before me other than the motion for the loan.
The motion raised by Honorable Karim Masaba, Right Honorable, under Rule 67, which says a motion for adjournment of debate. A member who wishes to postpone to some future date further discussion of a question which has been proposed from the chair may move a motion. Right Honorable Chair, I stand to support the motion that we close this debate to borrow the matter be adjourned.
Those are 2 motions. There is a motion for closure of debate, and then the motion for adjournment. So which one are you? Should we process?
For adjournment of the motion.
So you move properly. Move properly if you want.
Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I second the motion that we adjourn the debate of borrowing euros 1,668,976,035 euros from the UK Export Finance and Citibank for the development of solar-powered irrigation system project phase 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Please, Honorable Betty, please be kind to yourself and to myself. And please, do we want to have a parliament that we can be proud of? Do we have to follow the rules? And this is what we are doing. When you follow the rules, you allow the rules to speak louder than you. You cite one rule and everybody is disarmed. But here, when you go in circumventing, you become something else. I want to be a speaker of a parliament where when a member gets to speak, he cites the rule. I will be proud of that, to make that ruling. And now I had decided that we do this side, But seems like from what is going on, let me get now this side. Or I should dispose of. Let me dispose of the motion. Put by Honorable who? That we should not continue to. Please don't push me to the wall. I want to be a very good speaker of very good members of parliament. Because a good speaker makes good members of parliament. But also good members of parliament make a good speaker. So when you will get to know me, when we play along, you will get to know me. And this one has come too early to test us. Let's do this, and we do it very well. So I want to put a question to the motion moved by Honorable Masaba Karim that we should suspend debating on this matter. And so those in favor of that motion say aye, to the contrary say nay. The nays have it. So we continue with the motion for the borrowing, and the nays, I said the nays have it. I said the nays have it. For the record, the nays have it. The nays were louder. Unless you want to. Please, can we get seated? Let me go this side.
Honorable Speaker, my name is Julius Nachi. I'm a member of parliament for Budadiri East.
Honorable Julius.
In Sirongo district. I'm contributing to this debate.
Okay.
Now, Honorable Speaker,
please.
Why do we need to borrow?
Please, please, let's allow the speaker to pick you. There will be no difference between the Malwa group and the parliament if everybody speaks. For now, you are forgiven.
This is my first time, of course, in parliament, so I've known the rules now. I'm supporting the motion moved by the Minister of Finance. Why? I need to add the justification to what he moved. You see, I've been reading the budget of Uganda. 44 trillion is what we are going to raise from our domestic revenue, URA. 1.4 is from oil revenue, making it 45.4 trillion. Now, that money that we collect as the Pearl of Africa, it can only fund two things. One, paying our debt, 33.6 trillion, and two, Ministry of Defense, 10.2 trillion. Meaning, all of us, including our salaries, whenever we money, whenever you see people going to school, whenever you see any activity taking place in Uganda, we are using borrowed and also donations. So, no, this is now based on the figures. This is now real mathematics. It is not just science. Because our budget is 84 trillion. 33 is going into debt. 51 is what is going to be left for public service and whatever. Now, we are raising 44 trillion in revenue, meaning we have a deficit of about 38 trillion. Where do we get it? It has to be through borrowing. But what do we do now? The Minister of Finance needs to come up with a strategy of increasing our revenue, local revenue. Now, our debt to GDP ratio currently is 13%. If it moved to 30%, we would be able to finance our budget 100%.
Okay, Honorable, thank you very much. Let me have the Minister of Agriculture.